Alright, sorry about that. We just missed a couple of hands. We are back. And we've got Steve Warburton in seat 1. We have Simon Deadman in seat 3. The Mad Turk in seat 4. Robert Swindles in seat 5. Long Fan, after the Slow Roll Kings, has survived, and he's one of the chip leaders in seat 6. Came to this final table, one of the short stacks, and Yu Chung is our chip leader. And we are 6 players. The blinds are 40,000, 80,000, with a running ante of 5,000. $35 plus 120 is 155. So 6 players, sorry. There's 130. And Steve in the small blind has got an ace. That's going to be shipping it in quite right. And Simon's got to find something big to call him with.
That's Tim. We're going to get
Right, there's been a call. King 10. Simon's called him. Simon is the absolute, and he's knocking them out left, right, and centre. And he's hit 2 pair. And Steve looks like he's done. And I think he's taken everyone out of the final table. Simon is not afraid to call. He's not afraid to have a gamble. And he's right back in this with one of the chip leaders. You know if you're going to raise his big blind, he's going to call you. You've seen it time and time again. Amateur Poker Association, I think. Well, the 100-metre final's on, everyone's cheering. And it's over. Hey, that's what they paid big bucks for, to sit in the stadium. A 10-second run. If anyone's watching at home, Bolt wins! I'm out of it! Yes! Come on, the Bolt. Everyone owes me the money.
Shove it on.
What? No. What was the final time? Can someone type in the time for me, please?
The other guy pulled up injured.
9:64. Is that any record, or I don't know what the record is? Did he jog past the finish line? Two hands.
What did you tell you? What did you ask?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Did anyone know? Did he jog past the finish line, or did he actually run it this time?
Oh, he just went away from the other guy.
Different class, isn't he?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's it.
Olympic record.
He was
Usain
unbelievable.
Bolt. Has he done this at the end? The old.
I had absolutely no idea. I only had seconds with it myself.
I'd say if you blink, you miss it.
It's back to the feature table. Wow. 10 seconds.
He ran. My mama told me run. Let's just do the old Usain. That's what he does when he wins, right? Was this it? Was he there? Was he doing it?
So let's get back to the table action. There's 6 players remaining. We've got a chip count somewhere. Did you get the chip count?
I asked for it to come in.
There it is. I got it.
Smack bang under my nose.
Right. If you look, there's always a clue. In seat 1, Steve Warburton has got 1,750,000. Seat 3, Simon Deadman, he's got 685,000. Seat 4, the Mad Turk, has got 1,820,000. Seat 5, Rob Swindler, has got 2,175,000. Seat 6, Long Pham from Vietnam, has got 2,595,000. And our chip leader is Chung with 3,130,000.
Just going to say something. There was a hand before where we thought that Simon had taken out, that Rob had taken out Simon, but apparently the cards must have been mixed up because Simon's sitting there with chips, and Simon's all in with 9 deuce on the button, and the Turk, it's not easy to put your stack in with a small pair, and the cards must have been the other way around. He must have shoved with King 10 and got called by Ace 9 rather than the other way around. It's a world record, they're saying.
Yeah, world record.
Well, I'm weighed in. I was on Bolt.
Well, yeah, and I'm on under 30 levels, so I'm in
You're on
trouble.
as well?
I'm in big trouble.
This is under 30 levels, don't worry about that.
Is this level 27?
This is 27. If this goes to level 30, well, I'll be asleep, that's for sure. Yeah, I had a few people told me they think this other guy's going to win. I said, anything you want. They said, you name your price. I said, £10. And we're on. Better buy the beer tonight.
Okay, the blinds are 40 and 80,000 with a running ante of 5. And cards are in the air.
Well, this guy here, Lung, he's back from the dead. He had 500,000 chips. He's back to 2.5 million chips. Anything can happen at a final table. You've just got to get the rub of the green.
Okay, the action's on the Turk. What's the Turk going to do?
Yeah. So that's 1.5, 1 6, 2 million, 2 million. What's this for?
Well, the Mad Turk has called with 4-7, and he's got position, and he's flopped the bottom pair, and he's up against King Queen, has 2 overs and a gut shot. And if I know the Turk, if this guy bets, he's going to raise. He's bet 450,000. He's bet the size of the pot. He said to the Turk, if you want to gamble, mate, you put the stack in. He's asked him a question. He's not messed around and bet 220 because he knows the Turk will make a play. And now, this will be a question for the Turk, and the Turk's giving it up, and Rob, he's the player of the day for me, and he's the people's champion at home. And I'll tell you what, with his luck, he's going to win it.
One step too high. What was all you? Could have been, but it was a little bit high. It was connected to it, my card was. The wrong connectivity. And he wants to hang himself in that logo.
Come on, the people's champ. Most popular player in the chat box by 10-to-1 ratio. I agree. Rob for the win. FTW for the win. For the win. Simon in the hijack. Well, the Mad Turk at 40-80. He's only got about 20 big blinds. So if anyone opens, he'll be shoving. He knows what to do with a 20 big blind stack. He knows what to do. And this Robert this Robert is probably up there now. Him and Chung are the 2 chip leaders. And 7-10-7, Chung hitting the top pair. He's bet it out, and well, we know Long's folding. We know he's folding. GNF, what does that stand for? TID, to take it down. I know that. I am or quit poker. GNF, take it down. I'm not really down with the. I don't understand the lingo. But
Get down there, Steve.
yeah.
Chips all like that in there.
It's all over.
It's not very quite over. That's 3 chips and they're all up there. First, we went back. Chips all like that in there. They were all down this end.
I don't know how it happened.
I don't know.
Accidents happen. I think we run into the accident. Press the self button. Self destroy button.
Well, Steve in the big blind found ace king, and I guess everyone's folded round to him, and that's why you should never look at your cards if you're in the big blind, because if you look down and find a hand like ace king, aces or kings, you just tilt yourself for absolutely no reason. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to get some matchsticks to keep my eyes open. This has been a long week, and I got Dave coming in. He's come to pay me the wages for Usain Bolt finishing the hold on a second, get this one on camera. Oh no, I can't.
It was a fluke.
Thanks, Dave.
It was a fluke.
Weighed in, £10 crisp. I'll put that on the form. Thank you. I should have gone for 1,000, but I just... easiest money I've ever made in the world. How does anyone think that Usain Bolt was not going to win that 100 metres? I've got no idea. Well, here's Long, the slow roll man himself. Limp, wait, 5-minute tank call with kings. And, well, Steve's all in. He don't mess about, Steve. He's been snap called. Steve, I think the graphics are wrong on the screen. No, of course, he's got 5-6. He's done nothing wrong. He's got to shove the small blind. Small blind, you've got to shove any two. And listen, go out like a lion, not like a lamb. Not sure what Simon's got in this coup. Oh, we got Steve with us. Steve, tell us here. He's walked right into Jacks.
Yeah, I got pretty short and I'm pretty much shoving in two, like you said.
Yeah, there he is. Give him a round of applause. Give him straight in the food. And I'm going to introduce Steve Warburton here. He's played fantastic poker for
Hello,
3
Paul.
days. How you doing?
I'm very well, sir. How are you?
I'm very good. But I've been praising you quite a lot, and
I've been hearing some good things.
I
Yeah.
told you at the break, and I'll say it as it is. There was a few things I was a bit not sure about with your play earlier today, because obviously you've got a reputation. You like to move and shake, and I love that in a player because you're playing to win. but you were sitting on a decent stack and not manoeuvring or not trying to do too much with it early on. And obviously there was a hand with Carl, and I was surprised. I was saying I don't think you're calling this spot because I don't think you're in that kind of mood, even though you know probably 90% of the time I would say you're ahead, because he's got to shove, but you just don't need to get involved in the gamble because you weren't in the gambling frame of mind. You weren't like nicking pots regularly and building up your stack. You were just sitting there cruising, making sure, waiting to see what the small stacks were doing. I'm going to go back to table while we talk. Your thought on that, because obviously the viewers at home.
Yeah, I mean, it was a spot where I think I'm 100% ahead of his range. But I mean, as you say, I was on like a really good table, and there was quite a few short stacks, and things were going well. So I didn't need to gamble. But I mean, it wasn't that, sort of big a percentage of my stack. And
yeah, I think at the time it was like 25% maybe
right,
your
exactly.
stack.
And Carl Marenholtz is a very good player. So I mean, I was kind of more happy to knock him out, and things would be a lot easier. Having said that, I obviously didn't want to double him up.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, it was one of those. I mean, he didn't have that much. He had like 7 or 8 big blinds and something like that.
Had you been thinking earlier, like, with your 2.5 million, that when there were players betting, getting into situations, there was hands where you were just folding rag aces in the big blind when somebody bet to you, and I like that because I generally don't like to get involved. I'd rather be betting myself. And you don't want to start free betting out of position all the time. Then they jam on you and you've got to fold.
Exactly. I mean, I don't ever like to really flat there, and the spots I had the ace rag, I just didn't think it was a good kind of 3-bet spot. It also wasn't like I was struggling for spots on that table. There was loads of
spots. I mean,
to do.
I actually don't think I've ever seen so many min raises get through.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
In one day. I mean, I thought we were just going to go round and round and round. I thought everyone at the table had done a deal to one you min raise, we'll get the blinds to 1 million, 2 million, and we'll just turn them over.
I've actually never wished more for the blinds to just stay as they were, because as soon as they got like really big,
they had to get in. Yeah. But you played 2 days great poker, and whereabouts are you from? Manchester, and
it all pretty much came down to the hand with Simon when I shove ace 9 and he calls queen 10.
Yeah, that's.
I kind of fully expect Simon to now just go and win it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. The people's champ in the this is like the girl. The guy in seat 5, Rob. Well, he's hitting everything. So to be honest,
I've been hearing. I've got a few texts and things saying that people watching the stream. He's an absolute card wrecker here. So.
And you know what? You cannot beat luck. And the guy's not afraid to gamble. He took a gamble really early on. You were on the table where he called Queen 10, the Queen 10 of hearts, the first one. And I think he's just said to himself, you know what? This is going on and on and on. Either I get myself a stack and I give myself a shot to win it. Because it wasn't the worst call in the world. It just wasn't the greatest call. The Queen Jack. Again, the guy that shoved with kings, he's unlike. I mean, he wants him to call, but the chance of him having a serious hand here, most of the time this guy's going to jam with a lot of hands, and Queen Jack is probably behind a lot of ranges, but it could be, you're basically hoping you're not dominated and you're happy to gamble, because this guy's a gambler, and we want gamblers at final tables because we want to get our money in good, get the chips, give ourselves a shot to win.
I thought that the call with the Queen Jack was a lot more standard than the one with the Queen 10.
Yes, I agree.
Because the Queen 10 as well, it was all his chips. Not literally.
It was like 70% of his stack, and that's what I was talking about in the box before. Because to me, that's why the only explanation can be he's just said to himself, "How long is this going to go on for?
Yeah.
I'm just going to take a stab." Or this is my favourite hand I've never lost with Queen 10 of hearts, and I play it every time.
It's difficult to call off though with Queen 9.
So I don't get it.
King Deuce.
Yeah.
I don't even think that.
Yeah, he's played over the few days he's been on the feature table, and he's got some gears. I mean, I never assumed it when he sat at the table. You know, you judge people, you stereotype them by how they look, their age.
He does look really focused actually. He's been really focused all day, definitely.
This guy is he's got moves. He's got a last longer badge on, so if he wins this, he's into the Palm Beach for nothing. Yeah, well, Carl's out. I don't know if the Mad Turk. I don't think the Mad Turk might be one of them, but the chip leader, Yu Chung, he's one of them.
Yeah, he's one of them, definitely. I thought I was one of them, but I got taken away because I re-entered. any before. I thought if you
Oh,
were
if
still had it.
you re-enter, you don't have it.
Miss Caroline Cove came up to me and
Wow.
stole it away on the final table.
Well, there you go. We've learned something new. What if you buy in your second one online?
I didn't know.
Just the rules and regulations.
I'm not sure.
If you don't, if you have a re-reg, you are not in the last longer. But I guess if you win 2 satellites online and you're using your satellite tokens, that you'd have to find out. Always a good thing to tell people. Always find out the rules before you get involved. So load up your account, and if you are able to buy it online, perfect. Party at the Palm. That's right. We're going to have a massive party at the Palm Beach in December. Care of Steve Warburton for his sixth place finish.
I did promise if I came first we were going to have a good party and I was going to buy everything, food and drinks. It was going to be brilliant, but...
What did you get? 6th place. What was 6th prize?
I don't know, it was 10,000, I think, 10,000.
Oh, that's actually not too bad, actually. Considering it's 41st. You sure it was 10 for 6th?
I couldn't believe it. I thought it'd be
45
about,
must be
I thought it'd be about
30.
5,000, but yeah, it's 10,000.
Wow.
I hadn't looked at any of the prizes.
Well, that's a good pay structure then, to be honest. If it is the case, I think that's fantastic. So we'll leave the food out and we'll just go to the bar and have a few drinks later.
Deal.
Well deserved.
Needed.
I was talking to someone outside tournaments. I mean, I don't play too many tournaments anymore because the heartache for me is just too much. Class act, Adam Tropping. Different class this weekend, we can see that. And Steve's nodding his head saying thank you.
Thanks, Adam. I met Adam on the first day actually. Nice guy.
I got an email from one of the viewers telling me why she should be put into the the GPS in Sheffield. I run a tournament, competition should I say, every single series, and if you tell me why you should be put into the event, and I think it's a good reason,
I've heard about this actually.
I will put you in.
I actually watched it. Like, the half the people just put like
You can't imagine what they must write.
because I'm running bad or because I'm.
You can't imagine
losing
how
skin or
many
something,
people
right?
tell me
The same
because I'm
things,
running
yeah.
bad and I'm skint. Well, I can't wait to put you in if you're running bad. People give you an idea. The kind of people that do are the people that tell me that they've been grinding hard for 18 months and these are their results, and it's not within their bankroll to play this, but they believe their skill is there and stuff like that. Where they're working hard and they're playing within their bankroll management. And they really want a shot to win, but they do have to play a couple of satellites online first. It's one of the conditions, and to be honest, there's a lot of satellites online, and if you're not picked for it, get online. There's so much overlay every week for these satellites, and to be honest, you should be able to win a satellite online. But we had a girl actually in this one. We had a gentleman. I was a bit angry with the gentleman in the first one, and he sent me the most amazing email, and it actually, I'm quite emotional really, I don't know why, and it touched me. He's got a kid and he needed this and he's been playing for years and he plays properly and bankroll, and then I thought that's, he sent a really heartwarming letter. So I will be vetting everyone's emails, because when I turned up and I saw him and he went out, he was on the piss, then he started playing cash and he was playing cash. I mean, he was buying him, he could have bought into the GPS himself, so I was a bit angry at that. But this time we had a girl, she's a waitress actually, and she plays in a lot of tournaments, but she never gets to play. Oh, hold on a minute.
I was about to say what we were saying about Rob having...
The card rack has found boots under the gun, and him and the Mad Turk have been having a few pots recently, so the Mad Turk might find half a hand and stick it in. Well,
All the chips though must be pretty close, right?
yeah, the Turk's a bit low. I say a bit low, he's got about 1 and a bit.
It's probably going to fly.
Well, he's got Queen 8, he's suited. This is a top hand for the Turk.
This wouldn't surprise me.
And if this board comes Queen High, it's good night Turk.
If it comes 2 diamonds, he'll just move in.
Oh, he's getting away from this. He's getting away from this. And I like to see Robert check straight behind.
I agree.
Too many players bet this, and it really irritates me. But there's no reason to bet. If he's got a king, you're dead anyway. If he's got a 10, you're going to get money off him on the turn, and you want him to lead into you if he catches something. And people are always scared if, let's say, the Jack of Diamonds comes. We want to stop the Jack of Diamonds coming. The odds of the Jack of Diamonds coming are 2.2%. I'll take those chances.
Also, you want to give the Turk a bit of rope.
You've got to
rope
give these players
yourself,
rope.
you know, the Turk.
So many players, they slow play their hand. They go check, check, and on the river they think, fuck that. I need to bet. And the reason they say I need to bet, well, you're now stopping this guy. If you check to someone 3 times, 95% of the time they bet the river, unless they got ace high and they fancy that they got showdown value. But and then just people do it time and time again. And then if you ask someone, why did you bet? I thought you might pay me. At what point did you think he might pay? At what point has his hand got somewhere where he's going to pay you? If you check to him twice and he's got something, he's going to bet into you. I just find dynamics of the game phenomenal. I love it. I just love watching how everybody plays so differently. And you see a lot of. I mean, sometimes I like to mix it up. Sometimes I like to overbet and underbet. But there's always a reason for the madness, and that's one thing I ask a lot of people is, I don't profess to be the best or know everything, but I just show people that there are different options and to understand the different options. So when they've got a decision to make, they weigh up the options and make the decision based on something that's going through their head. Like, I've overbet because I think he'll read that as weakness rather than I just wanted him to fold.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just kind of want to take the pot as fast as possible, don't they, without really maybe thinking about the hand.
Well, there was a pot yesterday where the guy Chung at the chip leader now, he had 1 million chips, he was flying through the field, there was a guy at his table with 700,000, I think the antes were about 300,000, and this guy just blew 700,000 chips in one pot to him. 3-barrel bluffing.
Oh, I remember that. He had 2 jacks, right? Just call him
we could have a bit of action here. The Turk has got top pair with a big kicker, and Robert has got a flush draw, and we know Robert likes a couple of draws, and he's hit everything so far, so what's going to stop him now?
I think he's just going to call there. Well, he has raised. This could
He
very well
does,
go
and
away.
there it is, it's all in and a call. Has he got him covered?
Now he's faced with a difficult decision. He's 6 high, and he's just snap called.
Oh, he doesn't mess about. 6 high. He's got a Dodger diamond. I don't know how they got it as 41% up there, but there you go. I think it's a little bit less than that. And this is the Mad Turk's life. Or he's going to get... Oh, he's caught a 6 on the turn. A 6, a 5, or a diamond. And Rob will storm away, but not to be. And the Mad Turk has had the roller coaster of a day. I mean... Yesterday, 2 hands before the end of the day, he had 100,000 chips. He moved all in 2 hands in a row. He picked up another 100,000. He came today with 200,000, along with another short stack that grinded and grinded. And here he is now.
Now he's got 3 million, right?
And now he's back to 3 million. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, 3 million. Wow, the wheels could have come off for Rob. All the Rob fans out there. It looks like luck has run out. Nothing wrong with riding your luck. Sometimes if I'm hitting everything, I don't mess about and I get it into
I think though if Rob
flats.
I think Rob, if he decided to raise, I think he just should have raised all in because you don't really want
I
to
thought he threw 1 million in the
raise all.
pot, as if to say I'm in. Rob would have called on the turn anyway. If he flatted there, the Turk bets the turn. He definitely calls, if not raises. There was a hand, I don't know if you were involved with it, I think it was actually the guy in seat 3 where the guy in seat 6 had ace-jack of clubs. And I could not believe he flatted with ace-jack of clubs. Now he's bet the flop. I actually can't believe he called the value bet on the river. Because this isn't a guy that bluffs, and it's not a bluffing bet. So
I mean,
I'm curious on your thought on
I
that.
spoke to Simon about this actually while we were having dinner. I mean, it's difficult. We basically said that
Getting nearly 6 to 1 he got.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the reason he did call. But it's
I understand.
It's exactly the point you made. He's never.
It doesn't matter if I'm getting 6 to 1. It was such a big percentage of his stack at the time.
Having said that, he's not really repping much. It's almost like he had 9 to 4 and Simon has a 9. So.
I can't believe that he bet the turn 200,000. When he did that, I mean, I erupted in it. I mean, this guy sat here as quiet as a mouse all day. He doesn't want to 3-bet the button, which has actually benefited him in the end.
He should have just moved in pre-end, to be honest.
Against Simon, we were playing 8 handles at that point.
But he doesn't want to do the action on pre-flop. He calls on the flop with basically air. It's come the turn to give him a card, and he should be. Would you check behind? Well, Robert's jammed here, and Long. Well, if he took 5 minutes with kings, go put the kettle on, make a cup of tea, because he's got a decision to make.
I mean, you shouldn't be passing, but if
He can never pass here.
But if anyone who's going to pass,
It's going to be him.
I can't believe you pass ace queen for this time of the day.
It's sick. So he decides on the turn. He's made it as a float, but now he's hit the gin card to give him a gut shot and a flush draw, and he wants to bet 200,000 that he could then have had to face a shove. And but on the river, I want to talk to Simon about that hand. I'm sure he doesn't want to be reminded of it unless he wins the tournament. Then he probably won't care.
Yeah, I think Simon will say three things. I think he'll say he was getting 6 to 1. He's not repping much, and he does. He's just kind of like.
But he's not a bluffer.
But yeah, I think he'll look
That's
back.
the fact.
I think he'll look back and think he should have folded. But
If it's the Mad Turk, or if the bet was 400,000, maybe I would call, because that could be a bluff. Or if it's the Mad Turk betting, or if you bet into him, I understand 6 to 1 with a lot of players, you got value. So
also he bet the same bet on the river that he bet on the turn.
yeah.
I've never seen that in poker where someone's bluffing when they bet
Like,
like 200,000.
he could have had King Queen, couldn't he? Like he could have floated with King. I don't know. Can't imagine him floating. This is the same guy with King. So we're just gonna have a siesta for 10 minutes and come back.
Are you stopping the clock? So I go to the toilet for something.
Is this blind on blind as well?
Blind.
Or was he under the gun?
It's blind on blind. The Mad Turk had the button. This is unbelievable. What are you thinking about? Please, it's torture. He's probably honestly thinking about folding, but
Yeah,
you
if
never know
anyone's gonna
what's
fold,
going
he
in
might
his
fold.
mind. You never know what goes through his mind. He did win the pot. We were just talking about Ace Jack of clubs, actually, weren't we? And there he is. He pops up again.
At the start of the day, he had about 10 big blinds, and he raised folded Ace Queen.
I know that was
When I
just-
had Ace Queen, you remember? It was a strange one. If anyone's going to fold, it's him. Then.
There's now queer as folk, as they say.
There'll be some serious run good if Rob can get him to fold this.
I'm just going to go and call the clock. We're on a half-hour delay, and he's still got a decision. As you can see, leg 6 online, 30th of September, 6 p.m. What?
He's folded.
He's folded.
didn't
Oh,
know that.
leave me out. What is he? Maybe he's never played a tournament before. Maybe he doesn't understand that five-handed it's a different game.
Wow, that's incredible. When Rob finds out about that one, he's going to be over the moon.
Oh no! This is how lucky this guy runs. Okay, he didn't hit the flush against the Turk, but he should have been chip leader to out the door in 2 hands, and he's still there fighting this corner. And now we can see the chip counts live time. This is the chip counts right now. And he was my tip earlier in the week. That is the 100-metre final. That's what we can hear the cheer for. And I'll tell you something else. This is going to be if this gets heads up with Long Fam, I've got a feeling we're in for a long night.
He showed, apparently.
He showed.
He folded face up. That's never a good idea.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. That's the license to move all in every blind. And well, the buttons. Well, now what that does is that's unfortunately him showing will actually affect Simon. Sorry, not Simon. Rob, because the Mad Turk, if he sees that, should now be raising the button.
Definitely.
And if he doesn't, I promise you, Simon will be raising in the cutoff.
At the start of today, with when we got on the final table, there was a battle between me and Simon of who was going to raise that big blind, because we both knew that he was,
I said something earlier. I said
didn't want to get it in.
I saw that, and you were at a position. You were here, and he was at a position on you, and I said the only thing is you've always got to find spots where you know whose big blind you can nick, and that became the easiest big blind. And then it became a levelling game. You knew that he knew that 3 bets, 4 bets, and 5 bets take off. And it does get some people into trouble, but as long as you do your bet sizing correctly, you should be okay. But sometimes that's the killer. There's one person's blind everyone knows they can go for, and it just causes the other players end up going crazy over it. But look at that smile. How can you show? Did he show the ace 10? Does anyone know? Did he show the ace 10?
I don't think he did. I think he was quietly folded. Apparently, this guy plays small tournaments in Birmingham.
Oh, he's not from Vietnam then. Martin was joking.
He was
I
joking.
thought he had
yeah,
come.
he was joking. He
Like
can't
he was on
speak
a
very good
holiday or
English.
something.
He can't speak very good English.
We'll get him a poker dictionary. It says slow roll. And there he is. Chung's got 3 million. Chung played some great poker too on the feature table.
Yeah.
And then he lost his mojo and he went down and he was playing really bad for a while and he's bounced back. I think generally over the 3 days he's been a great player, and I love doing this because I don't get to see many players. So, there's so many great players.
He's just from Manchester as well, so
From and there's so many great players out there at this level, and you know these are the best value tournaments if you want to play. You don't need to be playing EPTs with maniacs everywhere. You want to play value tournaments for 400 quid where you can win 50 grand in a weekend with a great structure. Why do you want to start travelling the world?
Good point.
Get in the car, you drive up, the hotel's for nothing, the petrol's nothing, your expenses are limited, and you got a massive edge over the field. And more importantly, it's easy to win seats.
Yeah, that's true. How many qualifiers? 100 qualifiers? Yeah, I think it's 100 qualifiers just for day one.
The overlay is incredible. On the satellites, all the live clubs do satellites regularly. The day before we started, they had the 3 seats guaranteed for a £20 tournament.
This will be interesting to see what Simon does. Blind on blind.
Right.
Just because I know he's very confident playing in position against Chung. And I'm not sure how much Chung has, but I mean if they're deep enough he'd call, but they might not be deep enough. So
That's the issue when it gets here. But that's why the min raise. That's why sometimes I would be more inclined to shove, because there's so many hands he has to fold to a shove. But Chung is not a folder either.
yeah, definitely.
There's so many hands like.
He has his 3-bet.
Oh, I like this 3-bet, and that's a great bet because now Chung's got one option: shove or pass.
I'd have probably made it less, but yeah, that's a good 3-bet.
But the reason I think sometimes with this 3-bet, because it's now saying to Chung, I'm committing myself. If you bet 350, Chung thinks, well, you know what? I think he's left himself a bit of scope that he can get away from it. So maybe he's playing mind games with him, changing the bet sizing up. Zimmerman, what's payout difference now? I'll be honest.
Zimmerman, I like that.
I will get someone to bring me in the payout structure so I can let you know.
He folded.
And he's folded, and that's great play by Simon.
Yeah, he's very good. I mean, if the players are going to keep letting Simon do this, he's just
He's going to steamroll his table, but Turk won't let him mess around. But you know, the Turk should have been out the door when there was like 17 players left, and he got it all in against Simon. He had 10s v aces, and Simon was flying at that point. And if Simon won that pot, he would have been steamrolling much earlier. But he had to get back to the grind. And hat off to him. It shows a true player, because some players that happens to them, they blow up and they're out the door 2 minutes later. But he took it on the chin. It's just a game.
He was actually really lucky today. You know how many had A6 of hearts? You know, it came 3-4-4 with 2 hearts.
Yes.
And he moved all in, and then he got called by King Jack of hearts. That was a huge one.
That was sick. Yeah, that was Chung, and that's a massive call for Chung. But it shows Chung's prepared to gamble. I don't agree with that strategy at the final table when you're in a good position.
It was early on.
It's, you know, Chung was in no need to make that move. There we go, first place 46, second place 6th place, you've got 10,000, 14,000, 20, 23, 18 to 23. That's a good structure. That's actually a really nice pace. That's a good structure at the top, isn't it? Because normally you get 6th place, you're going to get like, well, in a lot of competitions you get 10% of first place.
I was really surprised it was what it was for 6th place.
Yeah, you got 20% of what the winner would get, so you're 5 grand on a free roll.
Yeah.
It's free money there. It's an extra 5 grand. But yeah, he was unlucky, the Turk. But you know what? He wins some, you get lucky in some. Like when he came to me and said, "Oh, I got really unlucky." I said, "Just remember when you flop to 10."
He's still in. I mean, you can never be that unlucky if you're still in. You know?
Jack 9, King 4.
I expect Simon to always bet this.
Simon would always bet this, and the Turk is capable of raising, but he's not in the mood.
I don't think he wants to get involved with Simon just yet.
He believes that he can. He knows he can bully these two, but he's not getting a chance. So he needs to keep piling on the pressure. And in the end, he'll get fed up and snap.
Definitely.
But until that happens, he'll have enough chips to cover the snap. And meanwhile, we've got Chung down the other end, who's going to put a stop to all of it at some point. DTD all-time money winner. What a legend. I don't know who you took. Rap is in the back. Oh, the guy in the background.
The DTD all-time money winner.
And an all-time money winner. There's someone in the background, so maybe it's this guy here. Is he a pal of the Mad Turks? Oh, Chung. 3-bet Chung for fun. It's crazy stuff, crazy stuff. 40-80. Do you know how many chips are in play? There you go, that's a question.
Yeah, 12.5 million.
12.5 million, and
Had,
we're 5-handed.
We had about 2/3 of the chips on the left hand side of the table at one point, and then all of a sudden they just all went to the right side of the table. It was
Tilt.
a strange half hour.
There's 5 left. They should have 2.5 each, is that right? 10, 12. 2.5 is average. There's 30 big blinds still is average stack. I mean, that shows how good this tournament is. It's 10:30 on Saturday night, and we are still here. 5-handed. The chip stacks are fairly levelling. They're getting there.
You've been doing this for 4 days now, Paul, right?
Yeah,
You must be very, very tired.
I am. and after work, we drink for a few hours. There we have it.
Sorry, mate.
You saw it here first. Yeah. Wow. Very exciting things to come.
That's what we're trying. That's what we're trying.
There's 2 players here that are the People's Champion. There's Mad Turk and there's Rob. Chung's under the gun. I'm surprised he's not opening a lot more, Chung. I know he knows he's going to get 3-bet by Simon, but I don't think Simon wants to tangle with Chung. I think Simon would rather prey on the weak than get involved with Chung raising under the gun. Well, Robert's got ace-10. There's money going in, that's for sure. Man's all in. He's just seen the man fold ace-jack. Well, he didn't dwell up, which is quite a result for us. We can crack on with the next hand.
How long did he actually think when he had queens?
Kings.
It did. Sorry, yeah.
It felt like 3 minutes.
It felt like 10
Yeah,
minutes.
it probably
to me.
felt like an hour for you. You're probably begging him to call after he's thinking.
I was pretty sure I thought
He had
it
him
was
crushed.
a small pair or a medium
yeah.
pair, to be honest. I mean, I was really shocked.
Because we couldn't see the cards. Because it's when you were changing the deck. So
Oh,
I
no,
said
what happened?
he must limp fold. There's no way you can limp call unless you're setting a trap. But he said he can't be setting a trap because he'd have snap called. So he's either got a really small pair or he's got ace-10, ace-jack. And if that's the case, he should have been open shoving or
It was pretty sick, you know. The hand before I spotted there was like a marked card, so we got a new deck,
and it was the next hand.
and it was me that said let's get a new deck. The first hand, it just completely killed
I'm funny like that too. I look everywhere for Mark because growing up playing everywhere, there's all sorts. And,
Yeah, when you play
obviously,
live a lot, you need to just be on the lookout sometimes. Don't you?
you know, a lot of people are nice in this community now, but there's a lot of people that aren't so nice and want to make any edge they can get in the game. And if I can find a way to spot that, I declare it all the time. And I play in clubs regularly and insist on new decks. And I've seen them take the deck, go like that, put it back in. So I just get the card up, bend it, and
Definitely.
if I see a dodgy card in any casino, I call the floor new deck and I bend the card, and I get in trouble. But that way I know it's never going back in circulation. Well, the Mad Turk has taken the chip lead yet again, and Robert is our short stack, but apart from that, everyone's roughly about the same.
205,000 total.
Yeah, the next 10 minutes are going to be pretty big. I think there's going to be some.
There'll be a lot of action
fireworks.
coming up now. Well, the Mad Turk raised under the gun with an ace, quite right. And if Chung does start making some moves, I think if I was the Mad Turk, well, so I say that because I'd want to do it, but if I was at a final table here, I have my own strategy for final tables and it's done good for me, so I generally won't change it. But every time Simon bet, I'd shove my whole stack in. It would stop him betting a lot.
It's really, really difficult for,
It's,
for Simon to call with anything, though, you know. Even if he's got something as good as 2 jacks.
I was about to say tens. I was talking about a hand earlier where I said if you just shove, you can't call tens or jacks. And there's players that are making like little moves, but they're allowing themselves to be 3-bet and having to call and let them in the pot in flips, and and he would fold a lot of hands. And
I'm not sure if he would fold. I mean, it would be really difficult with 2 decks, and I don't think he'd be folding because he thinks he's necessarily behind. But I think he's got such an edge on the other 3 guys that he just wants to wait until it's 3-handed heads up before he essentially gambles. Yeah. Having said
and
that,
that's where I think the Turk's got an edge, but he's not using it.
yeah. Having said that, now the blinds are so big that it's kind of
Jack's
difficult
he'd
to be
call,
folding.
but like King Jack, he'd be
big.
folding, and he's going to open with King Jack with 10-9 suited with air.
Sure.
Pocket 4s, twos to 7s are folding, 2s to 9s are folding. 9s is marginal maybe. But
Blind on blind again. This could be interesting if Simon wakes up listening after the last hand.
he knows it's going to happen, and he knows you can just abuse the other blinds. I generally don't get into blind wars.
Yeah, I
If
think
someone raises my blind 3 times, on the 4th time I play back, and I get all my money back.
this is true.
I'd rather prey on the weak and let them prey on me. I'll get my time and chung. I will wake up with a hand one day. If it's a min raise, I can see Simon peeling, or 3-betting, but he doesn't have to get involved. No talks of a deal. I doubt there'll be any deals going on.
Can't lie on TV.
It's more kind of nail marks with the mark cards.
Yeah, nail
than
marks are
anything,
so annoying. But certain people grow their nails to do certain things when they look at cards. The funniest thing is when someone gets a card and they start rubbing it, and it's like, well, it's a bit obvious if you you probably know it's an ace if there's a mark on it. I play in my brother's home game and they use the same deck for about 7 years. Well, you know what I mean, like
It
so
must
many
have
times.
just been so ragged at
And,
the
and when you
edges,
just
yeah.
hold the cards together, I said, show me to cut the deck and I'll tell you the cards. I mean, you must get new cards. When I play private games, I insist there's 4 new decks for every session. And they go, do you know how much they cost? I said, I don't care. They cost £20 a set. And ask you to spend 40 quid, you're taking X amount of money per hand. That's what I expect. And if you don't like it, I won't come. You make the money back in 4 hands. So in 5 minutes you paid for the cards. The customers are happier.
Rob just folded ace-9 really well. Quite surprising.
Yeah, I would be shocked. Well, I don't know his stack size now, but it looks like he's got. They're 250,000, right? It's half. It looks like he's got over 1 million. So it certainly would be opening.
I think he folded because it was Simon and the Mad Turks blinds, to be honest. I think that was the only reason he didn't really want to get involved. Here goes Simon again.
But he's staying out of the way a lot, so I'm surprised. If he does it once every 3 rounds, he's going to definitely get it through. Well, the Turks aren't getting busy either.
I think Simon might have picked up that the Turk doesn't really want to get involved with him.
Yeah. And the Turk must. That's 3 in a row now. Maybe 4.
Also helped that the Turk had 6 high. If he had something better, he might
What?
have.
What was the raise?
He made it 2-2.
Oh, okay.
2-4-5 maybe.
Yeah, the Mad Turk's still chip leader.
What are the blinds now? 48.
40-80.
Yeah, definitely.
So Robert's got 16, 17 bigs. Perfect stack. When they open and jam.
Whoever knocks out the next person is going to be the big chip leader.
Yeah, this is where it all changes. This is where tears are cried. And joyful tears come at the same time. I can't take the pain myself. I just can't take the pain. Second place, it's a long drive home.
You finished first twice, didn't you?
I did on the weekend.
Last weekend I heard of someone here.
I played 4 tournaments over the weekend.
Unheard
I
of.
came first, then I went to the deep stack and I played really well. Went back day 2, lost 3 flips in a row. Walked over to the Fox, played the Omaha, got busted out of geese with runner, and on the second runner it was a 1-outer. I thought, I'm really not in the mood for it. Rebuy, what the hell. Won the Omaha, the 6-max has started, sat in the 6-max. It does help when you sit down with 12,000, that after one level you've got like 60,000 because they gift you chips. Like, there's one old dude, all he had in him was all in. And he's raised my blind and I've got Jack 10 of hearts and I was ready to 3-bet him, but I knew if I 3-bet he's shoving and I'm folding. So I see the flop, Comes 7, 8, 9. I check. All in. It's like 2 grand in the pot. He's put 15 grand in.
Good spot.
He's drawing dead with king. Well, he's not dead, but he's got king queen. And yeah, I got heads up with the guy. And he was a really nice guy actually. And I did something quite nice in this tournament because there was a few girls playing together. And they were having fun. And my big blind, her friend's gone all in. She hasn't seen her goal in. She said call, thinking she's just calling my big blind. Fold, fold. It's about a third of my stack. I looked down at king queen. I said, I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do? She goes, I didn't mean to call her. I said, listen, the dealer called the floor. The floor will tell you an action has taken place, and in turn you have verbally declared call. Your action will stand. I knew she would not bet any more if I did call, because she also had more chips. But I didn't want to ruin their fun. Well, hold on a sec. Chung has found queens. He'll be raising this one under the gun.
He does seem to do it just the right time. Just finds a good hand.
Well, this could be a situation where people get a levelling war, where people think he's trying to nick that blind, but he generally hasn't been.
The thing is, with Chugman, he just always seems to get action as well. You know, when he has his hand, he just seems to. You wouldn't be surprised if someone woke up with something.
So I told him I feel bad. I know I have to call, and I'm here to win the tournament, but we're all having fun and we're drinking. And I said, I know she can have anything, and I put you on ace 10, ace 9, and I told you before you should be raising my blind, not calling my blind. And she laughed. So now I know exactly her hand, and I said, you know what, I should call, but we're all having fun. Oh, well, the Mad Turk is surely going to get himself in a bit of trouble.
You should really be thinking
You
about
must
what
be
Chung's
free
raised
betting
there.
here.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Chung's a pretty tight player, really.
Yeah, but
I think 5-handed though. I mean,
5-handed, what? I mean, it's just the hand situations are going to play itself. Because if you do decide to call, because you're not sure if he's got a bigger ace and it comes ace high,
yeah, sure. I mean,
are you going to do your money
it's
anyway?
it's a pretty difficult fold.
You know, I might have raised and folded to a shove.
Oh, this is in. He's definitely 3-betting to 450.
I'd like to see Chung make it a million flat. Oh, he can do less because it's double the raise, right? Not double the bet. It's 270 to call, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd like to see him make it 825. What do you reckon about making it so small? We can see the cards, so it's easier.
I think if Chung makes it small, it looks stronger, but I'm not sure if the Mad Turk knows that.
The only way the Turk gets his money in here is if it comes Jack Eye, I reckon.
If I was Chung and I had Chung's image, I'd probably just move all in. I mean, they have a bit of history.
They've had a lot of
these two.
history, haven't they? Yeah. But the Turk's
He
talking
has.
because the Turk feels he's got the best hand. Yeah, 285. That's what he's 735. There we go. What did I say? 8.
Yeah, I mean, this is super strong
Yeah.
from Chung now.
And now the problem is it's only 285 to call. So he's getting over 3-1 on his money. And he's 2-1 in the hand. But he doesn't know what he's against. And he can't work out yet, is he against a pocket pair or a big ace? And he's never going to find out. Unless he gets them all in and on his back.
I know it's easy because you can see the cards, but if I was in this spot with Turk, I'd be folding definitely. I mean, it's so strong.
Because you don't know what. Yeah, exactly. And
I would definitely.
you know, Chung's going to lead out any board.
I think calling is the worst option.
I agree. I believe you should have the call button taken out of your game, and it's good night to the Turk. No, it's an ace. Well, Chung is going to feel sick right now because he knows the Turk's got an ace or a pocket pair.
Wow. It'd be interesting to see if Chung checks or just moves in or what he does.
What would you do?
It's so difficult. It's so difficult against the Turk. I mean, against the Turk, you
and he's
think
got
you can have
chips.
any too.
Well, he's moved. He's put it all in, and I could see the Turk tank folding.
No, he's snappy. He's never folding this.
That's what I don't get. That's why you have to make your decision pre-flop. If I do call and he comes ace high and he shoves, am I going to call or fold? And if you say fold, then you no point calling pre-flop.
He's never folding this.
Because Chung is shoving on any board.
If the Turk folds this, it's my round. Because he's never folding the ace jack here.
I'll tell you what, guys. If we thought that old Lung took a while, this is going to take a while. The Turk's going to stand up in a minute, then he's going to start talking to Chung, then he's going to sit back down, then he's going to count his stack again, then he's going to stand up, then he's going to talk to him. I've seen it all before. You agree with me?
We've got fold, we've got snap call, we've got agree with Paul.
That's why I love.
Everyone's
That's
just
why I love poker,
opinions.
because everyone's different, and that's what's such a great.
It is a big base, about 2 million to 1.7.
But my negative comment to the Turk is you must decide before you call pre-flop. You know Chung is moving all in on any board, so you must say to yourself, if I hit, I've got to stick it in. because I've decided to call to see a flop, and if I miss, I'm going to get away. If it came jack high, Chung's doing the same thing. Are you going to call, and then you're going to worry he's got queens, kings, or aces? Yeah. If it comes ace high, you worry he's got ace, king. I like the play by Chung. Apply pressure, because a weak ace can fold a lot. You know, ace jack's not so weak. He's losing to ace 10, obviously. Ace jack, ace queen. Here comes the talk. He's crossing his arms. I told that bit would come. He'll stand up in a minute. We got a while to wait.
See, I mean, this is a huge pot in the context of the tournament. You know.
This is well, I say for the win. A lot of people go, if I won that pot, I'd have won the tournament. They've obviously never played a tournament before because there's a long way to the finish line. And they've never won a tournament. And he's trying to get a read. Anyway, I decided to fold my king queen in the.
Oh, really? In the end, which I mean, that was the nice thing to do. Right?
To be nice.
He's up. You were right, Paul.
I've played with the Turk for many years. Don't worry. He'll sit down again in a minute, then he'll carry on talking, and he'll count his stack one more time.
I think the thing that the turn needs to think about is how Chung's been playing. It's not Chung's style.
Chung's not been messing around.
But it's not his style. I don't think. Just if he's got ace king, I don't think he just moves all in for 2 million into 1.7 million. It's not his style.
Exactly. Well, sometimes he might be trying to with a reverse psychology. The other thing Turk is going to do is going to say to himself, "Well, this is my chance to win it." Cool. But I still think he might. I think Turk, but don't fold it face up, my friend, like your other pal. Or you will get a slating from the chat box.
I was 99% he was calling, now I'm 60%. It's gone down a lot.
So I told him in the art of fair play, knowing I'm behind, I'll fold, even though I know I should call because this gives me massive chips, and I fold. She's got ace jack, the other one's got ace 9, and it comes king, queen 4, queen on the turn, 4 on the river, so they chop it, so everyone's happy except me, who's got steam coming out of my ears. But you know what? We had all a good day, and everyone's happy about it. And I ended up getting bashed up, but this good Irish player came to my table. I went to the taking a few risks. I ended up with the final table 6-handed with 5 big blinds. Came right back 3-handed to chip leader. We became
5 bigs.
Yeah. He folded face up. Did anyone see? Did he fold face up?
Oh my god!
Come on, the Turk! Get the chips in, you idiot!
That is incredible.
Come on,
Wow.
I mean, I understand why he's folded, but if you're going to fold, you shouldn't call pre-flop. You should 3-bet fold ace-jack if you're going to fold on an ace-high board.
In a 4-bet pot at this point, I can't see how I can ever fold.
This is the worst fold. I'm sorry, mate. You're my pal. He's calling £1 bet. Kitty, that's £1. I'll send you my address. I'll give you the bank details. Put it in. That'll be lovely. Thank you.
I guess it's my round then.
Oh yeah, Steve's round. You're sending me £1. I can make a living out of this. Wow, sorry my pal, you are my pal, but mate,
you can't be fighting 4 bets with ace jack. It can't be higher than fold.
Did anyone count how many times he stood up and sat down? Did he fold face up? Can anyone tell me? Did he fold face up? I hope he didn't. The Turk. Oh, he shows an ace. No, mate.
Chung should have been out.
Fish. Yeah,
it's 2 outs.
It's a mistake.
If he goes on to win it, he'll look back at that hand.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Did you show your hand there? Oh, no, I mean...
My 80% is kings. That's my get off opinion, but I was 14. You think 50-50?
I'll check it now.
So the blinds were crazy, and I got heads up with this guy, and he was making all sorts of plays, and the blinds were crazy, and we had time, and they were there, and I had time to kill, and I said to the talk, we both agreed, I said, should we bring the blinds back down and give ourselves 40 bigs, and have a bit of fun.
Did he agree?
And he goes, yeah, I'd love to do that. Like, I don't mind. Like, the money was nothing. It was a £35 6-max buy-in with 40 runners.
That's such an angle, because you got the edge, right?
Well, he said he plays a lot more of those, so I said, listen, I don't mind. I'm happy if you want to chop the money and do it. If you want to play for first and second, anything you want to do in this situation, I'm quite happy about. Because, Chung is smashing it, and we know Long's going to fold. It's just going to take a while to do it. Long has bet out.
Blind on blind, I mean.
It's 475 to call, though. And, so only the first hand, I've got ace 7, he's raised, I've raised, he's called, it's come ace, no, I've got ace 4. I've raised, he's called, he's come ace 4 something. He's checked, I've checked, come a 7. He's bet, I've raised, he's called, it's come a 7 on the river. He's bet, I said this is the worst call in the world. In the world. I just know I'm losing. And this was a player when we were about 10 players left.
Yep.
I had queens, I min raised his big blind, he came round to me, called, and he looked at me. So it came 993, he checked. I can't explain it, I work on intuition. Something told me he's got a 9. I just checked. Turn came nothing, he checked, I checked. River came a jack. He overbet the pot by about 20%, and I said I want to fold this face up so badly, but I got so many chips. You could have hit a jack. I said, but I just believe I'm losing, and because it's a fun tournament, I'm just going to learn if my intuition's right more than anything. I don't mind paying off to learn in situations. And I showed him my queens, and he turned over 9 something, and he goes, I knew you were strong. How have I got no money from you? I said, I promise you.
Showed you as well.
No, I called.
Oh, you did call me?
Oh, I had the chip
when you
stack.
folded and he showed you.
I had the chip stack. He would never have shown me if I folded.
Yeah.
I've been trying to look at his hands all day, and he wasn't showing me anything. And this was the same guy I got heads up with. So I lost this pot. The next hand, I find ace king. He raises, I re-raise. No, I raise, he re-raises, I just say I'm all in. And we've decided to play a deep heads-up tournament. And he went, cool. Within a split second, he got pocket 6s. And I, personally, I couldn't believe he snap called. And he said, well, it's a race. I said, well, we might as well have just kept the blinds as they were. And I ended up coming second. But 2 wins, a second, and I think I was £200 in profit.
Weekend.
I've got to give the backer £100.
Oh really?
That's never good. The bar bill was over £100. Oh no, that's what we agreed that on the final table. All the drinks we were getting smashed. All the drinks the winner paid.
Oh wow.
So we didn't pay as we go. I had to get a cab home because we missed the last train. So I told the backer, listen, we've won a tour. I know it's all a bit of fun, and because I do everything through the same person. Keeps everything clean. And, you win one tournament, and he goes, "Oh, Bar, you didn't invite me to play this one with you." Doesn't matter how much it is. He wants the action. He buys me in, and it's all done. Oh, the Mad Turk! You've got to get over that, pal, because I can see you dwelling on it.
Just got 2 queens there as well and got no action.
Yeah, that messes your head up badly. Badly. You normally wouldn't get the Turk off. You're right, Tim. How you doing, pal? You'd never get the Turk off an ace. I mean,
Is that Mr. Blake? Oh, Tim Blake.
If we remember Birmingham, on the feature table, he stuck in all his chips on a draw and took the gamble. But I just think. I think he guessed, I don't know, he didn't think about it. He was thinking about the wrong things, that's what I think. Players put themselves in situations and they get hot and sweaty and they start assuming the worst. Instead of thinking, like you said, let's think about it. If he did have ace-king, is he going to open shove? Because if he puts you on a small to medium pair, why is he going to open shove with ace-king?
Definitely. I mean, he was essentially just like, if you've got an ace, good luck to you, I'm all in.
Exactly. And
he had an ace, but he folded.
That's why I really believed that players think the wrong things.
Right, thanks, Paul.
There you go, Steve.
It's been a
Thanks
pleasure.
very much.
Enjoyed it.
I will see you at the bar as quick as I can.
I am going to jet off home now.
Oh.
Really fast, sorry.
I'll see you at the bar in Manchester sometime.
Okay, mate.
Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Steve Warburton. What a quality player he is. I had absolutely no idea how good he was. Okay, it's me, Mad Marty. I'm back here, and we're ready for some action.
And we might be playing a heads-up game tomorrow, day 4, if this goes much longer. Well, the Mad Turk has finally found a hand to play back at Simon with. Simon has been running over the Mad Turk, and the Mad Turk, you've missed a huge pot with the Mad Turk here, and he should be monster chip leader, and Chung should be out.
Sorry. Ace Jack against Queens.
Seen a flop. He's flat called him. He's flat called, and Simon is definitely going to lead out because he's got absolutely nothing. I'd like to see the Turk just call him down on all 3 streets. We've just all seen the Turk fold an ace face up. So Simon's going to think he's tilted. Simon's going to think he can get him off a hand. So the Turk should use this to his advantage and flat call. There's no value raising this hand.
I think that's what he's done, Paul. I think he's flat called.
He's made it 750,000, and that's
of course, they're blue chips. Yeah.
that's the end of that hand. That is the end of that hand. If he'd have just called, I guarantee you Simon double barrels this. He's tanking to make out he had a decision. You know, Robert is our short stack and he's got 15 big blinds.
Okay. If Mad Turk wins this, we'll all riot. If Deadman goes all in, that would be majestic. If he wins, we'll quit poker. Oh my God, we've got some sayings out here. There are 5 players remaining. Only one will be our coveted champion and hold that trophy for 12 months and play at Palm Beach in the £1,600 final.
You're asking how I raise on that one.
Where's the action?
The blinds are just about to go up. We came back after dinner at 48. They're going to be 50, 100. With
Long's got pocket 8 here. He's going to raise this. Chung's stuck in the middle with Ace Jack.
Chung's going to stick the lot in.
Chung's raised it to 300,000. Now Chung's got a decision. He's got a big decision, Chung. He's got Ace Jack.
Five-handed. I'm telling you, he's going to put chips over the line. It's so hard to pass this, but Long has been a rock. He's folded. He's folded Ace Jack. I can't. Oh, the Turk! How lucky is Chung in this coup? Well, we might get to see all 5 cards. And Chung, if Chung moved all in, the Mad Turk would have felt revenge when they'd have had it opposite hands.
Okay, it looks like the Turk's moved all in now. The 8's has got a decision. There's no way he's calling this. He's played so well all day. He can't put another chip in his pot.
He's calling this.
He's not calling. What, with 8's? Are you kidding me?
He's only got. He's put too much. He hasn't got enough chips.
He's only put 300,000 in. He had over $1 million behind, didn't he?
Yeah, but the blinds are about to be 50, 100,000. That's 10 big blinds. You got a pocket pair, 5-handed. The Turk can be doing this with a big ace.
No way is he calling this, Paul. No way. This guy hasn't sat there for 3 days to throw them all away with a pocket pair of 8's calling. He's going to fold, that's for sure.
This is. I guarantee the Turk says to him, "Are you thinking about with aces?" This is the guy that does the slow roll. The Turk might think he's doing this with kings.
Turk's under pressure now.
We've seen him do this with pocket kings and then turn his...
He's called! I can't believe it! How the hell's he call that?
Wow, the Mad Turk is a mile in front.
Can he get him to hold up? Can the Turk? The Turk will be chip leader in this tournament with 4 players to go. Can the Turk do it again?
Well, the rest of the table are gutted they didn't get this man's chips. Oh, and look, if Chung would have moved all in, Chung would be massive chip leader.
Oh my God, you're right. Chung, and could the wow.
Oh, Chung must be spewing in his chair.
And could the Mad Turk have called with the queens?
Mad Turk would have snap called with queens.
Oh my God, I forgot about the Ace Jack. How, God.
Wow.
Wow, the 8's have saved the Mad Turk. That could come back to haunt everybody at the table.
Well, come on, the Turk.
G07ARZ. Could you go outside the room immediately, please?
I'm good now, yeah.
What's your work out? Send your pro, isn't it? Send your pro out.
I'm like, said Joe, I don't want to know any of the maps. And then Joe's like,
Wow, the Mad Turk was bottom of the list yesterday. He's now top of the list today. Can you Adam and Eve it? What a difference a day makes, especially if you're a Turk.
I was hoping he hasn't got the ace yet. That's the only worry I have. If he had the ace red, he would have hit ace.
Wow, the Turk now is like a bird in a cage. He's twerping all the while. He's looking round. Aye, aye. And now Robert has gone all in, and Simon's got a decision.
Okay, anniversary cup players, the penalties are now on the screen. The total prize pool is 64,500. We're playing 40 places. The winner will get 15,500 and win cash is £500.
There's no way Simon can call with twos here. No way. It's a gutsy call, I'll be fair. It's a gutsy call. Yeah, he's had to give it up. You see, this money is so top heavy, it's unreal. And there's no way that Simon wants to call this and be wrong. You cannot afford to lose any chips now, or the Mad Turk's got the chip lead. It's like there's a hole in the table and all the chips are being pushed to the hole and the Turk's picking them up.
Yeah, they were needed. 1.5, 2.
I know.
Turk passes. Okay, we're going to change the dealer. It's Uncle Bulgaria. He's taking over.
I've just found a number for you. I'm not using the phone.
The new one, I need to
100,000 to go.
the new is probably going to as well. The new is probably going to
That's 100,000. That's
Nelly, I'll try and find out how many's in the anniversary cup at the break. I gotta.
Well, I've got the alone a few times when you raise, you might not have a hand.
that's
What do you think? Tell me, I'll tell you who is right or wrong. No. Anyway, no. You never put me that hand. You found out too. No.
And there's 4 remaining in leg 4 in Stoke. We've come this far. We've only got to go a little further. And one of these guys will be the coveted champion and be walking through the door with nearly £50,000, including a Palm Beach seat. It don't get any better than that. Poker at its best, and we have got poker at its best here. 4 great players playing their hearts out. They got their hearts on their sleeves. Everybody's looking for an edge. Everybody's looking for a way in.
Right. 360,000. No, 310. 310.
Okay, the Turk. He's raised to 310.
He's probably thinking he's glad he folded the ace now, but if he only knew.
Roberts moved all in with the ace deuce. Now the Turk's got a decision and he folds.
Well, the dynamics of this table is that Turk could have taken Chung out if he called with the ace, providing a queen didn't come. Chung could have taken the Turk out if he shoved with the ace jack, and yet they're both still there and both got chips.
I dropped the 1-6 on the way. They made the one there, and the guy picked it up in. He wouldn't call. He called. He didn't. I've done my chips. Yeah. You got a chip in your hand.
4 players left, and one of them is going to be taking home just over £45,000.
Nearly 50,000 with the free seat, the 1,600 seat.
£1,600, and if it's one of the 2 players, and that's Robert or Chung, they win the last longer, which is also a seat for £1,600. So the one that lasts the longest out of those 2.
Wow.
Yeah. You'll find out.
2 last longer players left, and one is a short stack.
100,000.
Which one's the short stack? Is it Robert?
Robert's the short stack.
Well, he's been pushing and shoving since you've been gone. He's
He's not afraid, as we know. We've seen it. He's not afraid. So 50, 100, it's 150 with a 10,000 ante. It's costing you 190,000 a round. 17 big blinds for Robert.
Just in case I make a mistake. Just in case I make a mistake. I can't see your card. I can only guess. If I succeed, I'll make a better decision.
Right, Mad Turkey's chirpy again. He was down in the dole when he folded his ace jack. He didn't want to talk to anyone.
I started liking you now, you know?
Paul, I just Facebooked you. I'll give you £1 side bet when we meet in Sheffield. What's the name? Kitty? Christy? I'll tell you what I'll do when I see you. We'll flip the coin for double or quits. I'm a gambler, me. Simon's short as well. And Mad Turk, he's been up, he's been down, he's played good, he's played bad, and he's still the chip leader at the Stoke Genting Casino.
I was going to just bet for you again. Just in case you need to
Deal me to know.
second pair or something, you know. I think this guy pair is going to call me anyway.
Yeah, Chris, just send me an email, paulzimbler@hotmail.com with your name and address, and we'll get some badges off to you, no problem at all. Or Facebook me your address, we'll get you anything you want. Well, Chung's on the button, he's raising this.
Why is it happening?
100,000 to go.
Oh, let it happen. Let me have it. Don't put yourself in trouble. If you get 65 without fighting.
What's happened here? He folded Queen Jack of clubs on the button.
I'm the only one who can damage.
He might have been afraid that Simon would shove on him.
Or the Turk calls.
Well, I can't believe he's folding 4-handed Queen Jack of clubs. That must have been a mistake in the graphics, surely.
You don't want to go to war with me yet. Not yet. You want to go more, you mean your heads up.
Turk takes that one down as well. He's got 4.4 million in chips.
Okay, cool.
You've seen that.
The sew-on ones. I'll send you a sticky one and you just stick it on the hat. I don't know if there are sew-on ones, I'm afraid. If you email Genting, Genting will send you patches. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to send you merchandise if you're going to wear it.
Okay, the action now is on Chung. He's got 9 Jack off suit. If he's folded the Jack Queen, he's not going to call with this, surely, or raise with this.
Chung's been playing really well. I think Chung's played really good. I loved his shove with the queens. He's going to make a lot of aces fold, a lot of weak aces fold.
Black and white.
Is that a call?
Got some bad news for you. Zimmerman is an old nickname. Zim Zimmer on a Mad Turk is definitely raising this.
No, I didn't take it. Colin, no, I don't accept it. This is wrong, Colin.
Oh, look, he's Chirpy Chips. Chirpy Chips is here.
2 chips there, Simon. I'm putting this one. How can it be a call?
That's a call.
There's 3 chips there, Simon, Colin. No,
They've put 2 chips in. If you just put 1 chip in, it's a call. Even if it's an oversized chip and you already have a chip in the pot.
And I'm putting this one on top
No,
of that. How much is that?
You're wrong, Turk.
How can it be a call?
If you just throw 1 chip into the pot in the small blind and don't announce anything, it will always be classed as a call. A lot of people don't know that because they think there's more chips in the middle. But this could be a moody, you know. Rob might think this is a bit of a moody.
Yeah. Looks like he goes. He's bet 300,000.
No, it's gone as a call. It can only go as a call.
Why is 300,000 there?
He only threw 1 chip in, and Mad Turk saying it's a raise, and the dealer saying no, sir, you only threw 1 chip in, it's a call, and that is the correct ruling.
More than 1 chip there. How can that be a call, Simon? No, tell me.
It's well spotted by the dealer. A lot of people don't know that. They think if they throw an oversized chip in, well, the Turk's just gone behind, and he's going to bet this probably and get a caller for sure. After this speech, he's definitely going to lead out.
125.
He won't bet much. 125, nice and easy. And Simon's going to call this. Sorry, Robert's going to call.
Robert's got a decision now. Now, Robert didn't want to be involved in this hand, and I think he could fold this. He can fold second pair here easily.
I think he's going to pill one off.
No,
One wrong decision, it cost my chips.
He stuck in $1 million. This is my man. I love Robert. He's my man. This man has got all the gears in the gearbox.
it's cost him. Yeah, that's cost him. And that Turk knows it's cost him.
The Turk's folding.
In this game, Turk, a verbal declaration is always binding. Why didn't you just say, I raise, and then your announcement? You have punished yourself.
Mad Turk going to go on tilt. The Mad Turk was born on tilt.
Yeah.
The Mad Turk definitely not going to tilt.
He knows he's made a rick. He knows he's messed up.
That was the worst decision I've ever seen.
Okay, and that's the end of this hand. We're gonna go over to the tower quickly. He's got a bit of information.
How can that be a call?
Well, what an intriguing final, absolutely amazing, it's awesome. They're down to the final 4 in 9th. Neil Ryder finishing in 9th place, £3,300. Damon Hitchin finishing 8th for 5,200. Colin Reynolds was 7th for 7,700. Steve Warburton finishing in 6th for 10,800. And Longfam was £14,250. What a great final this is. That's the finishing positions, but who is going to win it? Back to the guys in the commentary box.
Okay, we're back. I thought there was an interview going to happen there for a second.
Colin, there's chips there. There's a chip there, Colin.
100,000 to play.
Buttons on Turk. So the action now is on Simon.
What chips here? Why would I throw that one?
Someone's going to make it 250 to play.
Someone's got pocket sixes.
All in?
He's jammed. Don't mind that. It stops someone 3-bet shoving on him and having to call in a flip. If they're going to call, they're going to call.
Now,
Well, the Turk's out, and Robert's asking for a cam. He's folded. And Chung folded.
He's calling. Called it less.
Not 20 big.
We have king queen again.
Sorry?
King queen.
Better than that, but not much.
what's this?
Enough reason.
No. Sorry.
Well,
Oh, Matt Dale. I don't live in Bridgend, I live in Bridge North. Bridgend is in Wales, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I live in Bridge North.
That's it. You're off the list now.
I got one last year, I don't know if the areas.
You what?
I got one last year and I accepted the release.
Matt Turk lives in Birmingham.
Last year I didn't know you. Something strong with that.
I love a drink, but I better not follow
I'm alright.
this story.
I'm okay.
I'm alright.
Victoria, you live in Bridge North. Where about in Bridge North?
Something strong.
The Mad Turk. I like that comment, Alex. That's quite funny.
Look what you done for me.
Well, the Mad Turk's under the gun. He's raising this up with Queen Jack, four-handed. He knows the strength of a big queen.
210,000.
Looks like 220.
Pass. 210,000 to go. Yeah.
It's 210. So Chung's going to release.
You do not live 3 doors down from me.
My email is paulzimbler@hotmail.com. ZIMBLER, that is me.
210,000.
The reverse auction, 11 o'clock, that shut. It's a good question. We'll try and get that for you. I think I won it with 1p. I hope I won it. If I did, I'll give the seat away in a competition.
He's only saying that because he knows he didn't win it.
I can't lose it with 1p, surely.
Simon is 110,000 to call. He's already gone this far. Simon's frightened to death of this Turk. Everybody is. And Simon calls it a 5-9 of diamonds. No, he's raised it up. He's raised it up. Those are blue chips.
Two. So that should cover this year.
Wow. And it looks like the Turk's going to pop him. Go on, the Turk.
Well, Simon hasn't stepped out of line too much. And the Turk's been 3-bet and flat called before, so he's realised that's a mistake. While we're waiting for the Turk to decide, because it will take him a minute.
One more time.
They're just adjudicating the reverse auction to just check the person that did win hasn't had more than one attempt. And we will get the answers for you very shortly.
Do we know how much it is?
We don't have a clue. Yes, the Big Lick is the winner in this auction. Yes, the Big Lick. What does that mean?
Wow.
Well, he's flat called again, and Simon knows he's prepared to fold big.
10, 10.
And deuce 10-10. The Turk has to lead out, but he's scared he'll get shoved on, so he'll probably check.
The
Simon
Turk's
is
not.
shoving.
The action's not on the Turk. It's on Simon. The action's going to be on Simon. He's got an option now.
He's gonna bet.
All in.
He's going to shove. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to shove now. He's got 4 to the flush. It's a perfect flop for him.
He's probably shoving on any board because he's seen the Turk fold an ace on an ace-high board before in exactly the same situation. And this is why the Turk has to learn from his mistakes, and he should be shoving pre and putting the question back to him or just getting out of the way. He can't afford to keep calling these bets. I did half at 3.5p. That's 69p. There's no way 69p won the reverse auction.
The Ludlow Road is not far, Matt, from Bridge North. We still have that big game on a Monday. If you want to come over, I can always find you a seat. I can accommodate you.
I put 210 already. Yeah.
Big blind, please.
You want that? You want to give it to
Victoria, UK, we play in the Legion. If you want to come in, we've moved it from the Black Horse. It's now in the Legion, the All Forces Club.
I think Robert's going to just stick him in here. He's not going to mess about. If he raises, he's not raise folding. Yeah. This is Robert's kind of hand. Queen Jack, Queen 10. We've seen it all night. Chung's going to get out of the way. And it's down to the Turk. Gives it up.
Yeah, on the move with Robert right now.
I can't, I'm in a hand.
Chow Ming, where do you live? Chow Ming, tell me where you live and I'll see if I can get you in tomorrow. Beijing, China. Can I ask you one thing, Chow Ming? Did you go home for dinner?
I've got a few more answers coming in.
That's why 60 that was very 70 near the ball.
It's better for me because it's
100,000 to cover.
they won the last one. I saw both.
Oh, this has gone on longer than anyone anticipated.
Red. You got to show it. I got the Is that 9-5? Yeah. I said it's a red 5. That's pretty.
Paul, they want to know when you're going to announce the winners of the email comp.
That'll be done more than... Well, you still got to play 2 satellites online, remember? You must play 2 satellites on gentingpoker.com to qualify. The announcement normally comes about a week before the leg, so it'll be in November. Well, Simon's on the button with ace 10. He's raising this for sure.
Break. 200,000.
My Turk's got out the way.
And this is it for Robert. Robert's shoving 100%. There's no way Robert, watching him play all weekend,
Wow.
doing anything else but shoving, and there it is.
You got that one right.
Well, here we go. He's going to call him. Robert's calling.
You reckon?
100%. He's raised enough to let him hang himself. That's why he didn't shove like he did with the 6s. And he's in great shape. He's just got to dodge a 9. We're running double pairs. And we will be losing the people's second champion. Oh, that is sick! The guy must feel sick. This is twice that it's happened to him.
Oh my God! Wow! Wow about that!
Sick.
How unlucky is that? Wow! Can you, Adam and Evie? Can you believe it? That was incredible! Oh wow! Could not
I'm
get my
going to
head.
give Robert a big round of applause. He's played fantastic for 2 days. fully deserves a round of applause, and he's taken 4th place.
There are 3 players remaining. And
Simon is our chip leader.
wow.
And well, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Simon must have been feeling sick on that turn card, but wow, the adrenaline rush of poker when you lose a 3-outer on the turn and hit a 3-outer on the river is just beautiful. There's nothing like the feeling of a low and a high instantly.
That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible.
Worse than a high than a low. Robert fully understands. He's got it in drawing bad. 27. I've just finished 27.
300,000. Yes, come. There's 1.5.
Just finished 28.
250.
That is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I had absolutely no idea that was going to happen. Oh my God. I feel for Robert. Robert, oh, he's done nothing wrong for 28 hours. He's played like a, well, yeah, Chow Ming, I agree. The best hand won, I agree. Nothing to see, and it's so unlucky.
Christy Carr. Christy, are you the woman that owes me £1? Is that Christy Carr? I've just got your email, and I won't lie, I like the first reason, I like the second reason, and I love the third reason. Why should I have a seat? I'll be honest, I like the third reason even more.
Yes, that's not a problem. You're okay with it?
Wow, we've lost Robert in 4th place, but I'm going to tell you what. I want to go out there and shake his hand. He's played fantastic poker. He's certainly livened me up in this commentary box for the last couple of days.
Keep an eye on him and all the friends and all.
Don't do anything rude on the chat, please.
100,000 to go.
Well, Christy Carr looks well oiled to play.
You look certain to be in the shortlist. I told you to write all this.
200,000.
There's our tournament director, Colin Taggart. He does a fantastic job. He's just listening to the.
Alright, Christy, we'll get you on the shortlist. Great answer.
Down to 3 players.
And anyone that knows Steve Watts, he's on the final table of the Hotter 75. He's 5th out of 9. There's 41 minutes to go.
He makes some final tables, doesn't he?
He's a great player. Such a nice guy as well. Me, him and Chaz were at a final table at the end of last year. 4-handed, the 3 of us were still there.
Here we go, yeah. It looks Simon's going to take this for sure.
$155,000.
And Robert, 2-6.
Dead button.
Three-handed, the action is always with the button. These guys have come this far. They've only got to go a little further. And one of them will be our coveted champion, our leg 4 coveted champion. And it don't get any better than that. This has been sheer graft. And Genting have put on a show to remember and a show to recall. The Mad Turk, 10-8. He's out of it.
Same as what he does.
Cool. Are you ready? Rate. Rate 250,000. 250,000 rate.
Okay, Simon's got Jack Queen. He's raised to $250,000. Chong's going to be throwing this away for sure. There's so much money in the middle now. Every pot's worth winning.
Not 150.
Do it that way to do short anyway.
Yeah, I'll give it 150.
Nobody wants to make a mistake now. Colin Porter, I'll see if I can get the auction results for you. In the break, I've got to find out what's going on in the other cup.
Give me a blue one.
And my boss is here, Gary Oakes. I'll see if I can find out from him if we've got the auction results.
One. Yeah. Good.
How long till the toilet
Your
break?
small one, please. 50,000.
How long till the toilet break?
And you're on.
Blame me if you get wet chairs. Sorry? Can you win the money?
100,000 to 20.
The Mad Turk's got 10 Queen of Hearts.
100,000 to go.
How much do you have?
No, more than 3.
You must have about 6 then.
No,
Go.
3.5.
Anyway,
Get 5 when you had the double lot. Even so, I don't know.
9, Queen 9, settle it. 100,000. Go.
Wow.
5. Settle it. 6.
Oh, the Turk's behind here. Turk's behind here, and Simon has got an opinion now. And he's thinking to himself, has he got me out kicked? Or has he got a 9?
Go.
Okay, we need a card over a queen.
8. Settle it.
It's an 8. That means technically the Mad Turk is dead. And Simon's going to take this down.
There, when check.
So the Jack Kicker's going to play here.
Really? Did I really win it? Or are you messing about with me, Michelle? No, you're probably whining Michael, sorry, Michelle. Did I win the lowest unique bid? I swear to God, I will wet myself if I did. Someone will win one of those seats if I did. Isn't it now?
Ask if they get the results. Just ask it.
I am. They're looking for them.
100,000 to play.
We find out the result of the lowest unique bid, please.
My Twitter is Mad Marty Wilson. Tweet me. And did you win a prize, Adam? Plus, if you want to get out to me, I'm on Mad Marty Wilson. Tweet me, and you, Matt Dale. If you've got a Twitter account, let me know, and I can tweet you as well.
100,000 to play.
Oh, maybe it's 44p. Someone bid 44p. Was that the winner? Someone saying, how can 44p be the winner? 44p, eh? You're in for 44p. I can't believe 1p didn't win it.
Mad Turk's got ace 10 here. He's going to be raising this for sure.
Well, it's been raised by Simon, and it's been 3-bet by the Mad Turk.
He'll take it down.
That will be the end of that. Christy Carr.
Too much in, too much in there.
No, it was 44p, the lowest bid.
Too much in a big line.
If you want to tweet me, you can tweet me at Mad Marty Wilson, and
I know.
I'll answer any questions you want on any sport.
Well, we've got 15 minutes of level 28, where we'll be taking a 15-minute break and coming back. We're at 50, 100 with a 10k ante. I'm guessing the next blind will be 60, 120, but you never know. Yeah, but that's his cards from last hands. Colin Porter. Mad Turk.
What is my view on the rule change in croquet? You know what? I had absolutely no idea they were going to change that rule in croquet.
I know, that was on page 17.
Yeah, it was, and I would. I agree with the rule as well. You know what I mean?
The Mad Turk didn't fold ace 10, guys. It was just still his cards from the hand the night before. The hand before.
I did say any sport. Can you name me a sport with 4 letters that starts with a T? Chow Ming? Just for you, Chow Ming. Name me a sport that's with 4 letters that starts with a T. See if you can get that.
Golf.
Why'd you say that?
Is that, I know it starts with G.
Did you see that? My co-worker, the guy I work with, I ask you a question and he gives the answer. Hey, well done, Matt Dale.
What's the answer?
It's golf. It starts with a T. Twat. Okay, thank you. I'll have a look at that now, Adam.
Going to be 120 and 60.
Well, Mad Turk is just under average.
100,000.
We know that there is 12,500 chips in play. That's 4,166,666 reoccurring is the average. And free-handed King 10 is monstrous.
Adam, as soon as I get home next week, you'll be your prizes will be on the way, Adam. Don't worry about that, and you will be pleased with them. Don't worry.
I can't play your heads up, I'm afraid, pal. I can't play your heads up for 1,600 quid. That's way out of my range.
Name 3 fish that start and end with the same letter.
3 fish.
Yeah.
Sharks. Soles. Swordfishes. I came to your table and told you I won 8 million. I doubt I did that, or I was drunk.
I'm quite serious.
Trout.
Trout, that's a good one. The Mad Turk. I don't play heads up. I'm no good at heads up.
I don't want to chop it, you know, like the idea. I don't play for something.
100,000 to go. Fast. 100,000 to go.
Well, we got 10 minutes left of the level. Sat next to Ellie. Oh, never mind. 8 million?
265,000.
I think you must have misheard something. I promise you one thing, if I had 8 million, I would be sitting in the sunshine on my boat. Poker would be a thing of the past. I'd have a team of 50 people playing every tournament for me. So, I don't know, there must have been, so I'd never say anything like that anyway. My roll is 0. I have 0 bankroll. I'm a worker. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Trout. What's that other one? Turnip. Turnip.
Barbel.
Burb. Sharks is definitely one that starts with an S and ends in an
So the
S.
shrimps.
Shrimps, there's another one.
Yeah,
There's loads of them.
that's more than one.
Free race. 640.
Who is going to win this? That is the question. And the truth is, right now with these stack sizes, anyone can win this game. I tipped Chung early on. I fancied Rob to do well, and I always funked for my pal, the Mad Turk. 8 million. That's what Feldman shipped off cricket. 3 fish starting with the same letters. Paul Jackson, Paul Zimbler, and Paul Beaky. Turbot, there's a good one.
Kilmarnock.
Yeah. That is interesting. My phone number is 118 666. That's me, I'm the devil.
Okay, and there's any action here?
No, but anything can happen free-handed.
Ah, Mr. Chow Ming. You live in Beijing in China, but you don't have phones in China. They don't have phones in China.
Who's this?
Him. Do you see Chow Ming? He said, what's your number? They don't have phones in China.
Chow Ming?
Yeah, they don't have phones in China because there's too many wings and too many wongs. And everybody keeps winging the wrong number.
That's too funny. I've never heard of that. That is too funny. Too many wings, too many wongs.
What's that? What's that? What's
The
that?
funniest thing I've ever heard. It's the funniest thing for the win. Mad Marty for the win. That is the funniest thing I've heard all weekend.
Hey, we got some action here. Simon's got ace king,
Wow, we're gonna have a big
and
pot.
Chung's got pocket eights. And stuck in the middle, on the big blind, is the Mad Turk. What's the action going to be here? This is going to be an action pot for sure.
Well, Simon's definitely raising. And I presume he might just... I think, well, there's $500,000 in there. He's got 4 million. It looks like he's going to make it 800. No, he's made it 755. And Chung probably just going to flat here. So I'm not sure if... I'm not... No, but he stuck it in and cool. And we have a monster pot. We got ace king against pocket eights. And this is a huge pot.
Wow,
Can't blame Chung, three-handed.
Will this determine who's chip leader?
It's Queen deuce 7.
The eight's lead right now. You've just got to dodge 2 more bullets.
He's got to dodge an ace or a king, or Chung is a monster chip leader. And it all comes down to a flip.
Oh, the eights have won. Oh, that's unreal. That's absolutely unreal.
Chung is our new chip leader.
Can you Adam and Evie?
I can't believe it.
Nice time, mate. Cheer up, you look like you lost. Ace king, what do you want me to do?
$2,645,000. 2.6.
No, 2.7. 2.75.
2,506,000.
Yeah.
So,
Good thinking.
30 million. 2.755.
2,745,000.
Yeah. Good hand.
888 in it. 888. Colin, how much is the chips altogether, do you know? How much is in play? Just about 12, almost, yeah.
wow, that was a monster pot, and it all comes down to a flip at the end. And if it's your day, Jason Mercier, I think Jason Mercier went 18 months without losing a flip. You got to win your flips in this game, and there's nothing wrong with any of that. What happened?
All in.
Okay.
You got 2.4.
Ah, Durand. Okay, you know what? You know this Charming. Mad Turk's got A6 here, and he's up against King 8. Simon.
Both got diamonds. Both got diamonds.
Yeah, he's folded. Sunbless. Wow, pack that in. Hey.
Yeah, you listen, you say anything you want to me, I don't care. I take anything you want to say to me, but don't put it on the chat, mate, because you're going to get banned.
Hey, I'm sure I know you, Charming. I'm sure I know you. What was I saying? I'm sure I know you, Charming. I'll give you a written guarantee I know who you are. I've got your number.
2 minutes.
I'm sure I know the guy.
Well, Marty, I'm not going to lie, you want to hope this is over in 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, you do live 3 doors down from me. Your name's Jordan Ryan, isn't it? It is, I know him. It's Jordan Ryan, it is. Oh, Well, Carl Spicer's a friend of mine. I'm not saying anything bad about him, but this is probably the best judge in the United Kingdom right now. And Toby Martin.
Well, Simon's got ace queen suited. Chung limped. He.
Oh yeah, there's some action here.
Oh, what a flop. Top pair in the nut flush draw for Simon. He's going to try and let Chung hang himself. Don't worry about that. It will go check, tank check. Dwell up with a check. He might make a small bet like it was a normal continuation bet and induce some action, but Chung's not in the mood to bluff.
Wow.
Is that the deuce of clubs? Oh, Chung's picked up a flush draw. I certainly would bet my ace queen now.
How the hell's... This would be brutal if it come club. This would be absolutely brutal. The guy's got 4 to the flush with top pair. This will be absolutely brutal. The game can't be that cruel for a club to come on the end. Surely, Paul?
Queen of clubs even worse, but it's probably going to bet like 275. Wow, if he's done that, that's sick. That's what I was just about. Let's see what he's gone for. 205. I reckon I might have bet a bit more, to be honest. So I love the way he splashes them in the pot. Just throws them in the air with so much confidence.
You want a club, not a 10 or a 7, because you could get a little bit more on the end.
It's a 10. 6 of hearts.
I think that's where it ends there.
I don't think Chung's going to get carried away. If he does go for a bluff, it's only going to be like 400,000, and he's got enough chips to do it. But I think he knows his opponent might.
No, Simon's got him screwed to the floor now. He hasn't got him screwed to the floor. He's got him underneath the floor.
Well, the only way he can bet Chung is by betting, and there's 1 million out there. I reckon he's going to stab like 375 into it. But it doesn't make sense if we look at the action. It doesn't make sense that you can have a hand that would bet here, unless it's 4-5.
475,000.
Oh, look at that! He's bet 475. I said 450, and he's going to make it 1.1. Or he might go big. I'm not sure how many chips he's got left after losing the ace-king flip. He might just jam to make it look like a bluff and hope that he's got a hand that can call. He's done it. He's moved all in. It's 1.5 million to call, and we know Chung is not putting another dime in this pot.
The show is over.
And Simon takes down a pot for 3.5 million, and he's back in the game.
Wow! And the Turk's still in the middle.
I think that's going to be the end of the level, and we'll just get that checked. Yeah, that's the end of the level. We're going to find the tower. He's going to come to you with some news of the side events.
Here he is, the tower.